third time in 4 years, the Alabama Crimson Tide will meet the Clemson Tigers to determine college football's national champion. Both of the two previous games between these two teams were high-scoring thrillers, with Alabama beating Clemson 45-40 for the 2015 national championship and Clemson winning 35-31 at the gun in 2016. Alabama knocked off Clemson in the semifinals last year, and the Crimson Tide are favorites in this year's clash. The game is slated for Monday, January 7th in Santa Clara, California. Alabama is currently a 5.5-point favorite with the total at 58.5 points. The total has come down a point with sharp betting on the under. Watch to the end of the video to find out how to turn a $50 easy smart bet into $275 at betdsi.com. The Alabama Crimson Tide went 14-0 straight up in the regular season and 8-6 against the spread with a 9-5 mark on the over-under, while the Clemson Tigers are also 14-0 straight up, having gone 8-6 against the spread and 6-7 on the over-under. Alabama has been the best team in the country all year long. The Crimson Tide started off the year ranked number 1, and they have not relinquished it in any poll or metric. The sensational Tua Tagovailoa has given this team an added dynamic it lacked in the past. Tagovailoa showed what he can do when he led Alabama over Georgia in the national title game last year, and this year further demonstrated that he is the best quarterback that Nick Saban has had during his time in Tuscaloosa. He finished runner-up to Kyler Murray for the Heisman Trophy, but he was nearly flawless against his counterpart in the semifinal last week. Tagovailoa went 24 of 27 for 318 yards and 4 touchdowns and did not turn the ball over once in a 45-34 victory. Of course, when you think of Alabama, defense is the first thing that comes to mind. The Crimson Tide were among the nation's best in that area too, although they weren't as stout as they have been in the past. Granted, many of the yards and points they allowed were in garbage time, but Oklahoma did prove that you can move the ball on this team. Defensive tackle Quinnen Williams is one of the leaders up front, and he received some Heisman Trophy votes, while Raekwon Davis has been touted as a top 10 pick. Trevor Lawrence is a generational talent. It's rare to see a returning starting quarterback usurped on a national title contender, but Lawrence showed that he was ready to take the reins from Kelly Bryant after the first 4 games of the season. The true freshman was one of the most hyped quarterback recruits ever, with Trent Dilfer declaring that he was already better than at least 15 NFL quarterbacks as a high school senior. He has lived up to the billing so far, and he shredded Notre Dame's vaunted defense in the semifinal. The Tigers have the best defensive line in the country. Although Clemson might not have star defensive tackler Dexter Lawrence available for this game, the Tigers have 3 other future NFL draft picks in Austin Bryant, Clelin Ferrell, and Christian Wilkins. Albert Hudgens also did a very nice job filling in for Lawrence against Notre Dame. They could be the first team all year to really shut down Alabama's ground game. Trevor Lawrence is the most polished college quarterback we've ever seen since Andrew Luck, and he can make all of the throws. Clemson is sure to take note of how Murray and Oklahoma move the ball against Alabama's defense, and the Tigers will be able to generate the offense that they need to keep this game within the number and possibly pull off the upset. Our pick and prediction will be for the Clemson Tigers, both straight up and against the spread. The smart bet on this game is the Clemson Tigers, either with the 5.5 points or straight up. If you make your smart bet with betdsi.com today, Get More Sports fans will double their money with a 100% deposit bonus. With the odds on the Clemson Tigers, that means your $50 deposit and bet today at betdsi.com could return you up to $275 total, coming back in your pocket. And that is the smart bet for this 2018 college football playoff matchup. Don't forget to visit GetMoreSports.com for more smart bets and how to make the most of the fun and excitement of betting the college football playoffs.